I have got three things on my mind this this spring. One, I'm going to the WTC. Going to try and see if I can win four-man World Team Championship as well. Two, I'm going to be TOing the Danish Nationals. And three, I'm going to the Zealand Open, which is the largest tournament in Copenhagen, apart from the Danish Nationals, which this year also takes place near Copenhagen. Links for all of these things in the description. So I'm starting to look at these at the list for these things and what is going on in the meta for these things. And the first thing that's coming up is the WTC, but since the lists have not been released for the WTC, I'm waiting on that. I can't start doing meta on that yet. So I'm waiting for that. But fortunately, I have the first few lists that are coming in for the Danish Nationals. So I can share that with you guys. So these are one list is actually finished and approved, and one is I'm thinking about bringing this. Could you give me some feedback? So let's start with the list that's not approved yet, which is just give me some feedback on this, please. And this is from Andrei, and he's thinking of coming over from Poland, I guess, and playing in the Danish Nationals, which I think you should. It'll be awesome. And like already we have uh, Danny and Pim's coming up from Holland. I think they're bringing Patrick and maybe Geordie as well. So a lot of the Dutch guys. I know some of the Germans are coming. Um, we have some Brits coming over as well. So a lot of the top competitors, international tournament goers, are going to come here, and we even have a sign up from Australia, which is amazing. So, but Andre is thinking about bringing his Italians. With the new Case Blue Italians being allowed, I think this is an awesome idea. You really can do something very, very nice with Italians with the new Case Blue stuff. Just because the new national special rules really changes it up for Italy. 18 order dies, 1 point below the Danish nationals, 1200 points, single platoon. So it will be interesting to see. You're going to have to spend points somewhere. You're going to have to buy something expensive somewhere, and for major nations you can only bring two of the same types. But minor nations here being defined, including Italy, you can double up beyond that. So that's interesting in itself. We have a second lieutenant inexperienced with an extra man, possibly with SMGs, I'm guessing. Late War Paris, these are really good. Love this as an infantry choice. Double Panzerfaust because they can bring the Panzerfausts. Love it. Really good tank hunters and with submachine guns, very dangerous close range unit as well. The RDT section, X's RDTs. Again, submachine guns, tough fighters, behind enemy lines. Forza Diamo. Can't remember what Forza Diamo does, but okay. They are another push unit here, another veteran unit with submachine guns that you can push up. These are also pretty good outflankers. Guastatoris, destruction group with a flamethrower. You can actually, I think, buy double flamethrowers for this unit, which you might want to do just because it does create that very certain kill. Um, it also becomes very expensive, I know, but there we go. Buying them regular, I think, is a good idea. It's a 6-man unit, so you just need a transport for that. Inexperienced infantry, large blobs of these. These will deliver bodies on the table. 11-man units are not in the range where they can benefit from the new double pin rules of the Italians, but that doesn't matter. I think that's a trap anyway. Love the infantry section here. All that's best basically from Armies of and Tough Guts and Soft Underbelly. Medium mortar, inexperienced, just the way I run mine. Sniper team, regular. Flamethrower team, regular. That's the second flamethrower. Nice. Anti-tank rifle. Is that needed? Maybe not, but it's a cheap auto dice. I really like that inclusion. Medium artillery piece howitzer. Veteran. Ooh, that's going to be difficult to kill with the gun shield. You are only killing on 6s. That is very, very survivable. And a horse-drawn limber, just because you have the points. Could even be a mule. An auto blender with dual direction steering, rare key 7 plus. It's got MMGs everywhere. So potentially, if you place it well, you can fire 3 MMGs at the same time, maybe. Darker Polizei tank, which is the M15 in the Italian version. Lots of MGs on that one as well. Light anti-tank gun. Fiat to transport a lieutenant and a flamer team, I'm guessing. Alto Predator has 8-man transport capacity. You could also put the lieutenant in here and just stuff your Guastatories in with that. It's got double auto Predators with MMGs on them. I like them. They're very expensive, but they are armored, 7 plus, open topped, so you will get pinned. But with a lieutenant close by, you should be able to push them up. And a truck. Lot of transport in this list, isn't there? Lots of transport. But that's good because he has so many push units, right? He's got both the Paras and the Ardites and the Guastatories. Lots of push units. With a flamethrower as well, everything can just be pushed up into one section of the battlefield where you want to dominate. Supported by artillery and a few darker tanks, I think this could do well. I think there's really a lot to be said for this. I don't think you take much advantage of the new Italian rules, but does it matter? Maybe not massively. Just having the Italian national special rules not be a detriment is a great thing, right? Andre, I hope to see you there. This is a good list. I approve, and it does seem to be in order. This is not the official confirmation that this list is approved, but I can't just looking over it see anything that should be wrong with it. So that's the first one. Second one is from Klaus, and this is actually the first list that's approved for the Danish nationals. It is an American list. Oh, sorry about that. I just wanted to make it a little bit bigger for you guys. So the Klaus has made this just as a document here, a Word document. It doesn't really matter how people send me their lists for the Danish nationals. By the way, my email is in the description for this video as well. I'll take them any which way. It doesn't matter. I'll check them up with the books no matter what. There's a whole list of allowed units in the pack. So check. And this list, I have checked this. It has been approved. And Klaus thereby has won the title of fastest gun with the lists hand in, with like a month and a half to go. So he's really ahead of the curve. He's bringing an inexperienced lieutenant, 35 points, single man, paying attacks. Then Marines mid-war with BARs. Look at that. He is putting a few extra pistols in one unit. 8-man Marine squad, 10-man Marine squad here. He needs to spend points. That's one of the difficult things because you have an 18 order dice limit and you have 1,200 points for a single platoon. You have to spend points somewhere. You have to buy something expensive. So Klaus is boosting his Marine squads here. I like that. It means he has 2 large, good push units. Both of them can skirmish quite well. Then he brings 4 MPs. Are they needed? Maybe not. But they are very, very cheap order dice. Very cheap. And then 2 squads of 10 FSSF Anzio units with double BARs, veterans. They are tough fighters. Are they? No, I can't remember, but they do have quite a lot of special rules if I remember correctly. Very, very expensive units, almost like into Death Star territory. 10 veteran men. That's really quite a lot of men. Um, they don't really need to be this big to be effective, but they are going to be very, very difficult to kill for the enemy here. He's bringing a heavy mortar, inexperienced without the spotter, a sniper team, a bazooka team. Always bring a bazooka team. If you're bringing Americans, bring at least one bazooka team. 114mm inexperienced, that's the multi-rocket launcher, also almost an auto-include for Americans in my opinion. A recce jeep with an MMG, the best you can do in a lackluster armored cars selection for Americans. And a Calliope Sherman. A Calliope Sherman. If you don't know what that is, it's a Sherman that some mad engineer, stuck a multi-rocket launcher on top of. So the downside there is you can either fire the Sherman's main gun or you can fire the multi-rocket launcher. But that does mean that for Americans, in a single platoon, you can have 2 multi-launchers, which is very strong. This means that Klaus's opponents are going to have to split up. They're forced to do that, otherwise they'll get double multi-launchers each turn, which that will hurt. The Calliope is very expensive. Look, 250 points. So it is very expensive. Again, he's going with the 3rd Death Star type unit, but he's going to have to do this because he's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He's 14 order dice. He could go a little higher on order dice, but what are you going actually to put into this list, right? You already have 5 units of infantry. They're good. They're, they're brilliantly good. So what else are you going to buy? There's nothing really that would benefit the list. I like the inclusion of a Jeep though. That will help with the bazooka. I think the only thing that's lacking here is some flamethrower abilities, like a flamethrower team, a single engineer unit, something along those lines that could benefit from the dodge and a Jeep more maybe. Um, so if I was building this and optimizing it, I think I would cut down on the size of these units just a little bit, down to 8, 7 man, and then spend the extra points on buying a flamethrower and a Jeep. That's the only thing I would change. Very good unit again. Looking forward to seeing this. And Klaus, he's always welcome. I think basically won more most favored opponents awards than he's won games. Klaus he's everyone's favorite opponent. He's just such a nice guy. So looking forward to this, Klaus. And for everyone going to the Danish Nationals, I will see you there. Cheers.